I went to the thrift store looking for my next crochet project, and I found some things that I was not expecting. Now, I have a few ideas, but I'm not totally sure if they're going to work. If you've been following along here, you know that I just finished a sweater vest that didn't quite turn out how I imagined. So I wanted to try something different and see what I could create from thrifted materials. Hi friends, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time here, welcome, and let me introduce myself. I'm Shannon. I'm the creator here at Platinum Knots, and I am so happy to have you here. And with that said, let's get into the video and see what kind of goodies I've come across. Okay, so the first thing that I came across was this huge piece of lace. It was for $6.99, but the size of this thing is ginormous. It has so much lace in here, and it's so open and flowy. It actually had 3 other pieces that went with it. But I have an idea. I've seen somebody that actually takes lace and they design baseball caps. Now, I've designed a few baseball caps, but I've never used lace, and I'm not sure how it's going to work, or how it's going to be attached to the hat. So this is one of the panels that I picked up, and like I said, it's got so much yardage. So this is what I'm going to be working with. And I have plenty of lace to play with, but I wanted to make sure that I had a different kind. This one laid pretty flat. So I came across this dress that somebody actually donated, but it's got kind of like the lace is discolored a little bit, it looks like to me, because it's got such a stark white cotton in the center. But anyways, I loved the style of this lace. So this one was 50% off, and it was $9.99. But here's the lace. Let me pull up a piece of it up here so you can see. But it's kind of raised. You can see it's not quite as flat. It actually has a raised edge, and I think this one might be a little easier. But again, I'm not sure. So I grabbed both so that we could give it a try. What do you think? I think it'll be a lot of fun. I work in an environment where I wear baseball hats all the time. So I think to just zhuzh them up a little bit and make them look pretty, it just gives me one more thing to look forward to in a day. So those are my 2 lace pieces that I've picked up, and I think those will be so fun to design. I didn't find any hats, but I do have 3 hats left over from when I was doing the bands on them before. So we'll try them with those 3 and see what we can come up with. So those are the first 2 things that I found. The next thing, well, here's one of the things that I just found. I found this for $4.99. It's a little pillow. So my granddaughter loves to craft. But let's see, $4.99. And it's never been opened. And I just thought this would just be the funnest thing. Now, I can either use this for when I'm babysitting them this summer. I watch them 2 days of the week on my days off when my daughter works. So this will either be an activity for that, and or I'm thinking I could even save this for Christmas. And now I've got a head start on Christmas. But I don't know. What do you think? You know, I did see, it was a person that did a lot of thrifting, and she actually does a Thriftmas. And I was kind of thinking along the lines of maybe looking into, if I find enough pieces, maybe I will do a Thriftmas basket for each of my kids. I'll do their other things as well, but I just think that would be so fun. Just get some of that stuff out of the landfill and reuse, especially if I find something that's of interest to them, like my granddaughter. Brand new. it'll keep her busy. So anyways, that's one other item I found. And it's super cute. Okay, so that was another piece that I found. And then I'm also doing some gift baskets for my daughter. Her birthday's coming up, and I'm making it. It's going to be a kitchen-based basket. So I came across these. They were $2.99, and they have never been used. Aren't those cute? Let me get back a little further. So that's the first one. I think they're both the same. And I'll show some footage of when I came across. There are so many towels. So much brand new items just being donated. So if you're looking at maybe putting a basket together and you need some new kitchen towels or just anything, I would definitely check the thrift store first, because these are brand new and they're going to add to the basket. And then this. Now, this is not my style, but I couldn't leave it there. And if you have ever crocheted with thread, you'll know why. I haven't cleaned it yet or done anything with it, because again, it's not my style, but it was left in the thrift store. You know how many hours of work that is? I just felt so bad leaving it there. I'm hoping that once I get it steamed and cleaned, then I'm going to come and I'll find a place for it. But they were only selling it for $2.99. Is that not crazy? $2.99. You know how many hours of work? Well, of course you do. How many hours of work that is? This is a size 10 thread. And it's gorgeous work. And there's not a single hole in it. Anyways, I'll keep you posted on that. It's just fabulous. Okay, so there's that. You know, I seen quite a few Afghans there too. And I was thinking about saving a few of them, but they were just so old and kind of musty smelling. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get the smell out, so I kind of left them there. I felt kind of bad about leaving them there. Do you guys do that? Does it bother you to see all that work that somebody's put into an item and then it's just hanging in a thrift store being ignored? And it breaks my heart. But okay, so another thing that I found, I don't know if you guys come across these, but I came across this huge bag of yarn. So it was $6.99. Now normally I pass these up because you don't really know where the yarn has been. And I haven't looked in here, I haven't opened it, and I'm really hoping that it's not going to smell, but I wanted to open it with you guys. So this was $6.99, and there was no discount. But the reason that I picked it up was because I seen these skeins here. And there's quite a few of the same color here, and then quite a few of the same color here. So I'm hoping it's going to be enough to make a shirt quantity, a sweater quantity, or something. So let's open it up together and see what it is. I'm just going to take a quick smell to make sure it's not, they taped it up pretty solid, so it's not like I was going to be able to smell anything. Oh, good. It doesn't have any smell whatsoever. All right. So I've got some chunky yarn, but they're such small amounts that I'm probably going to donate these to my granddaughter. I just taught her, she's 9 years old, and I just taught her how to crochet. So, but the ones I was looking at are actually these hanks. And this is cotton hank, 100% cotton, made in Greece. Oh my. And they originally sold for $6.99. Now, I see quite a few. It looks like I'm going to have plenty to make a top. Yep, another one, $6.99. There's 2, 3, 4. Wow. Here's 5. Is that the same color? Oh, it is. And 6. So I have 6 hanks. I think that's worth it right there. $6.99 each, and I bought the whole bag for $6.99. So that'll be fun. If you guys have any ideas of any good cotton tops, maybe a summer top, link them down below. I have a hard time finding. I get kind of started looking for one thing and I get sidetracked a lot. So if you guys already have some favorite projects found or picked out, please let me know. So now this is the next one. Again, it looks like cotton. And this is another one that has the multiple pieces. So I have 1, 2. It's a beautiful brown. 3. This will make something beautiful for fall. 4. Wow, these are heavy. 5. 6. 7. 8. And there's more in there, you guys. Let me see. Let me just drop them back in the bag. So we're at 8. Nine, 10. So that is definitely a sweater quantity. And yet I still have more. I've never worked with the Burnett. What is this? The Pipsqueak Burnett. Feels awfully soft. Looks like I have 2 of those. Those will be fun. Again, this is some more of that chunky yarn. I'm not sure if this is enough to make much. Maybe a stuffy. Let's see. And I think these are just some odds and ends. Some metallic. Well, I definitely think this is worth it. Is this the same one? Some more metallic. In the black, one's in the silver. And then this one is a sequence yarn. Can you see the sequence in there? Oh, looks like I even have the label, so I'll even know what it is. So we'll check into that. And then some really tiny yarn. I don't feel a label in that, so I'm not sure what this one's going to be, but that one's super thin. So what do you think of that? For $6.99, I think I scored. What do you think? Let me know. Let me put all this, at least some of this stuff back. So the next item, that'll be so fun. Oh my goodness. Oh, I buried my next item, sorry. Okay, so I think this is going to be my final item. So I picked these up and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them. They are, I was going to pass on them, but to be able to get this much color, it would have cost me so much more than what these packages cost. So this is going to be, this is crochet thread. And I picked it up for $3.99. Now, if you guys crochet with thread, let me know if this is a good deal, if you think this was a good deal or not. So this one's got yellows and red and orange and some peach and a light yellow. So that one was $3.99. Look at all those different colors. So that's not all. The next one I found for $3.99 were in blues. Look at all those different blues. And like I said, to purchase even just one color, you know, was probably going to be $3.99. If I went to the store and just bought one of the new style, it would have been $3.99 by itself, at least, if not more. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different blues and purples. So I couldn't leave that one behind either. There was some there that were just plain white, but I do have white in a crochet thread. But now I kind of regret not picking them up. I don't know why. I have plenty. So the next one I found were pinks. All these beautiful pinks. What do you think? So when I was looking at them, I'm kind of thinking about crochet jewelry. I think some earrings and some necklaces. Yeah, I think that'll be a lot of fun. What do you guys think? So that was the last thing that I found. Now, I'm super excited about this. And I don't know which one to start first. What do you guys think? Let me know which one you think I should start with. Should I start with maybe making a project out of one of the cottons? Or maybe some jewelry thread or some thread jewelry, crochet jewelry? Or maybe you'd like to see my handmade baskets and how I thrift my handmade items. Let me know. I sure appreciate you guys being here. I think that's going to be it for today. I have a little bit of footage of my haul that I probably spread out throughout here, but I'm not very good about filming in public. But again, thanks so much for being here, and I can't wait to see you next week. Have a great day.